Week 16 starts tomorrow with the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. I'm going to go with the Saints. The game's much more important for them. They can clinch the NFC South, and they really struggled, and I just can't see them losing 3 in a row. Yeah, Minnesota's gotten the best of them, but in recent years, but this is a whole different environment. Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. I'm going to go with Tampa because this is much, it's much more meaningful to them. I mean, Detroit's already out, and yeah. San Francisco 49ers at Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to go with the Cardinals. They're the much better team. Yeah, George Kittle will play, but I just don't think he'll do enough in this one. Miami Dolphins and the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm going to go with the Dolphins. The Raiders have hit a rough patch recently, and the Raiders could be eliminated from the playoffs if they lose. Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to go with the Colts. Steelers have kind of pretty much fallen off the wagon a bit, especially after losing to the Bengals last week. Atlanta Falcons and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to go with the Chiefs because they could potentially lock up home field advantage. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but and the Chiefs are the much better team. Carolina Panthers and the Washington Football Team. I'm going to go with Washington. They're pretty much going to win. They're basically going to win the NFC East. They can pretty much clinch it with a win. Well, among other things, which I'll get to later. Chicago Bears and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going to go with the Bears. Jaguars are free falling, and that continues. Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. I'm going to go with the Texans. Yeah, the Bengals pulled off a huge upset last week, but I just don't see them beating Houston. New York Giants at Baltimore Ravens. Ravens. Next. Cleveland Browns at New York Jets. I'm going to go with the Browns. Yeah, the Jets won a game that barely anybody was expecting them to win, but I just don't see them beating Cleveland. Denver Broncos at Los Angeles Chargers. I'm going to go with the Chargers. They've really gotten better the last 2 games, and Broncos are pretty bad, and yeah. Los Angeles Rams at Seattle Seahawks. This is going to be a big game. I'm going to go with the Seahawks. Yeah, the Rams are mad, but I just don't. It's going to be close again, but I think the Seahawks will finally. I think the Seahawks they will win the NFC West if they win this game. Philadelphia Eagles at Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to go with the Eagles. It's important for both teams, but by the end of the day, it may not matter because the division could already be locked up for Washington by that point. Tennessee Titans at Green Bay Packers. I'm going to go with the Packers. They look like the team to beat in the NFC. I think the Packers are going to be the number 1 seed in the NFC, possibly even represent them in the Super Bowl. And last, we have the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. It's kind of a meaningless game, but I'm going to go with the Bills because all they can do is possibly improve their playoff seeding. And the Patriots are out, and yeah. So that's it for this week. Last week was a crazy week with some big upsets. The Jets beating the Rams and the Bengals beating the Steelers. So yeah, that's it for the week. Everyone enjoy your Christmas. Be safe. Be healthy. I'll see you next week. Out.